Jack Scoville of Price Futures Group joins me now to talk about the cost of commodities tied to Valentine's Day. Good to have you here, Jack.
Well, it's great to be here again.
Let's talk about those cocoa prices. A lot of people will be getting those boxes of chocolates.
Oh, they sure will, and they're in luck, at least right now anyway, because the prices of cocoa have really fallen out of bed here over the last few months, really. It wasn't that long ago, really just late last year when prices were about $3,400 a ton, and now they're about $2,800 a ton, and hopefully that's filtering down to the retail level now.
I hope so. In those boxes of Whitman's out there, somebody call the company and tell them you know what's going on with those commodity prices, so don't charge too much.
Absolutely. Or you can do Whitman's, you can do whoever you want. They should all be charging at least a few cents less.
What's going on with sugar prices?
Sugar prices have also been under a little bit of pressure, and partly due to the lower prices for crude oil. So because we use a lot of sugar these days for ethanol, and the ethanol consumption really being handicapped by these lower crude oil and gasoline prices, and so the sugar prices have been able to drop back a little bit as well.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned oil, because this is the one year you could actually take your date out of town and it's not going to cost you much at all to take the car ride, at least, right?
Absolutely not. The crude oil and the petroleum products have been falling out of bed, as everybody knows, and boy, I know that when I go to the gas station these days, it's really a lot better time for me to fill up, and my credit card company doesn't like me quite as much because they're not getting as much money off of me, but I sure like it better.
And what about those fortunate people who will get a little box of something for Valentine's Day, maybe with a sparkle of gold? What's going on with those gold prices?
Well, gold unfortunately is probably one of the few markets that is going back the other way. You know, with the current worries about the world economic situation, always there's a panic rush to the gold, and we've seen that really develop over the last couple of weeks through, and I'm sure that'll be spreading almost immediately down to the retail counter. It's pretty hard to keep that from happening.
It always goes that way. When you see gold futures move higher, all of a sudden jewelry prices just go up in tandem very quickly. So do you think that this move in gold is overdone? Do you think this fear factor that's in the market is being overplayed by a lot of people?
Personally, I do. I think when you look at the overall world situation, it's not like China has stopped growing, they're just growing a little bit slower. And when you look at our world, our U.S. economic situation, well, the reason why the Fed felt comfortable about raising the interest rates a couple months ago is because our situation has become more stable. Our employment situation certainly improved, wages hopefully starting to head a little bit higher. Of course, the world economic meltdown could hamper that a little bit, but I think not. I think we're off on a better start, and probably we're going to see buying opportunity in things like stocks here pretty soon.
I'm going to just end it there because that's a happy Valentine's note to wrap up on. So thanks so much for coming on the show.
Well, it was great to be here again.
Happy Valentine's Day, Jack.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you.